Hello everyone and welcome back to JaackMate's Happy Hour. We're in the swing of things now. I'm back with Alex.
Hello.
I'm back with Stevie.
Hello.
Stevie, we're going to be doing a whole show today about your career, right? Let's start it with, what do you actually do?
One of my favourite things about you, Jack, I don't know if you know this, but it's just that he listens. So when I tell you no...
But the listeners actually want to know. I had someone genuinely come up to me last night and was like, you know that sort of weird bloke you got on the podcast? What does he do for a job? He's
a YouTuber.
Yeah, and so are you, Happy Days, so leave it out.
Wow.
No, obviously we're not going to be doing a show about what you do because that'd be dull as fuck. We It's been a busy week, and on Thursday last week,
We got slagged off, didn't we?
it all kicked off. Week one, and we're already...
Yes! We've already pissed a bunch of people off, which is exactly what we were going for, and in fairness, knew was going to happen.
Yeah, to be honest though, so we're obviously talking about Keemstar. Keemstar's been in touch, friend of the show,
Yeah,
Daniel.
best mates.
Yeah, we obviously spoke about him in last week's podcast in reference to the Marina Joyce scandal.
Yeah.
I didn't actually think, one, that Keemstar would see it,
Yeah.
and two, that he would be that petty that he gives a fuck about what two people...
I am here.
He literally did not care about you.
Yeah, this is the only reason I care about this whole beef on Twitter, is that I felt a little bit irrelevant from you. Tweeted about it, didn't mention me. Instagram, I don't know if I get mentioned on anything. Keem mentions it, cries over you two. It's like I'm not here for him as well. I am irrelevant.
I think, right, so we really need to bring you in as part of the crew because you are part of us, right? So this is how you do it, right? Take a leaf out of mine and Alex's book.
Okay.
Say something nasty about him.
You're a bellend.
Oh!
Yeah, that's going to be 5 Twitter videos in his kitchen.
Sorted.
He's gone straight to his kitchen as soon as this goes live, because he always does it in the kitchen. Keep an eye out. It's very funny. He always gets in his kitchen, don't know why. Probably because he's eating.
Probably better acoustics. of
Yeah,
the room, 'cause-
yeah, he gets the reverb going.
Could be the lighting
Yeah.
in other rooms, the light bounces off his head.
Do you know what I said about him in this previous video? Because basically, right, to give you guys listening or watching a little bit of lowdown, Keemstar, Daniel Keem, came out and posted multiple tweets about me, slagging me off, said I had frosted tip hair, which we'll get to in a minute, and
An important part. Can we deal with that?
The least important.
he was posting videos. He was kicking off as if I'd basically just asked if I could do him up the arse.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know if he'd kick off about that.
You might enjoy that. Come on.
You actually might have preferred if we'd have done that.
Yeah. But so on the train up here, and I did this the other day when it all kicked off, I thought, what did I actually say? Because I can't remember. So I looked, right, this is what I said. So I said, he brands himself as a news reporter, yet he's biased. So
He's not a news reporter.
so it makes the show irrelevant. And I also said, Keemstar's a dickhead. And then I said, he's a massive bellend. And that was it, right? And I think because we're all British in this room, if somebody calls you a bellend, that's almost, and I wasn't doing it like this, but that's almost like a term of endearment. Like if you called me a bellend, I'm not going to go home and go, fuck, you call me a bellend.
No, we've always been like, you're a bit irritated.
Yeah.
That's basically all it is. I didn't know he was 36 before we did this. When we spoke about it before, he's an old guy who's crying on Twitter.
I know.
He literally sounded like he was going to cry and then deleted it all.
I have a great story about this, because I remember the first time he ever kicked off on me.
Yeah.
My dad was the one who saw it first. My dad's like in his 50s,
Right.
and he's like, because he got notifications through for like my tweets, and he's like, "Why is like a 50-year-old man?" Like, he's not 50, by the way, but my dad thought you were 50, Daniel. He's like, why is a man like my age like kicking off on you on the internet? And I went, oh, God knows.
He does this. He goes in his kitchen. That's what he does. He's a wrinkly old... he's a wrinkly old fucking... The best way I can describe him is a giant gnome baby. That's what he looks like. Imagine if you got a baby, and you dressed up as a garden gnome, then you put a hat on it, and you gave it some... What's it called when...
It's like a Tanamojo Halloween costume, this. He's scary.
He basically said to me, this is after I'd called him a nonce, by the way, right? He basically went, tell me that this guy does not look like the kind of guy that would get some kids in his van and give him candy.
He compared me to a character from a film that hasn't been relevant for years.
Yeah,
so.
and I mean, I could compare you to many characters, and that is not even an accurate one. Do you know what I mean?
No, I mean, yeah, I've got Fringe. I think the only reason why he compares me to that character is because he also wishes he still had one. He went personal first, by the way. He was the one who went for looks first. So.
Yeah, so his comeback was like, oh, I've actually got it here. So Keemstar put, I don't know what's more. I'll do it in his voice. I don't know what's more sad. Oh no, that's
You
just
sound like Cartman from South Park.
it looks like him as well. Right, so this is Daniel Keem. I don't know what's more sad. Your show or the 2001 frosted tips hair. Hashtag sad. I love that's a Trumpism. That is. That's like
well,
Donald
you know,
Trump.
Trump quote tweeted him before he was president.
No.
Oh, Keem's a big fan.
Really?
Yeah, I love Dan. Like, his life is... I look at him, and when he started tweeting at me, you know, some people freak out like, oh no, it's Dan Keem. I just go, I love him. Because it's so easy, you know. I didn't even have to try last... I just went, yeah, he's a dickhead, and we spoke once, and he said he baited me. And he's like, no, you made it up. But he knows I haven't made it up. He knows I haven't made it up. Why would I make that up? Why would I make up talking to you? Nobody wants to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. You joined a call I was in and started talking to me. I don't go out my way to talk to Daniel Keem.
No, I don't think anyone does. And so I put back, because obviously the frosted tips hair thing I found so funny. Like, I found it so good, because I've never ever had frosted. I did that thing that was trendy about 2 years ago. So if it had said 2016, I'd have gone, that's a good insult. You've hit the nail on the head. I've done that thing where you try and dye your hair silver, but it grows out, so it does look a little. I get what you're saying, but I put back. Ha ha ha, only because 2001 was the last time you had hair, you weird old nonce, right? Now, you know how there's like a bit of a trend on YouTube that the word nonce is thrown about quite frivolously?
Yeah, I know about that.
Yeah, so would I. That's all
Nope.
I get on my live streams. No, because you're not on YouTube. If you were, you definitely would be outed as a nonce.
Yeah.
But I don't tend to really throw the word nonce around. Yeah, I don't do it to try and like jump on this whole bandwagon thing.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he is a nonce. I am not saying he is. I'm 99.9% sure he is not.
No,
a
he isn't.
paedophile.
I will back him up there and say that he isn't.
He's not a paedophile, but he looks like one.
Yeah, I mean, he did the same to you, so it's fair.
He genuinely look. If somebody gave me a blank bit of paper and I was playing Pictionary and I got a card out and it said paedophile, I'd draw a man with a hat and a beard like that
In his kitchen.
Yeah, and I'd put him in front of a desk with a big bucket of popcorn. That is what I.
Yeah, talking about snacks and luring people in. I mean, it's a bit hypocritical. Which is kind of just everything he is, really.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just such an interesting character. But thank you so much, Dan, for reaching out again.
Yeah.
You really helped push this show. And for that, we love you. When you get home, please do another Twitter video so we can outlike you again. And you can go and delete all of your tweets afterwards because you got really sad that we did better than you.
Yeah, he had a go at me for blocking him.
And can we talk about that? Because he's blocked me at least, I don't know, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 times now.
I was like, is it gonna stop?
And I wish I was exaggerating.
As many
because-
times, he's blocked you as many times as years he's been alive, essentially. But people going like, so when he slagged me off, or tried to, a lot of people were replying going, oh, you've sort of messed with the wrong person here, right?
Nice.
I blocked him back and he was going, ha ha, JaackMaate's a beta male. So, you fucking idiot. I can't believe he blocked me. I can't believe he was basically ejaculating all over his fucking bread bin in the kitchen.
As if he
It's
doesn't
mad.
do that to everybody else he's ever interacted with, ever.
It's mental. And I did block him. I'm not saying I didn't block him. I definitely did do that. But the only reason I found out he tweeted about me is because loads of people were tagging him. I was like, what the fuck? I had to unblock him to see what he'd said about me. 'Cause I didn't
Originally, the first time,
because
yeah.
he was already blocked because of his cringy fucking grown man tweets about, like, he's a fucking, what is he, a 50-year-old man? And he's going, oh my God, Jake Paul just broke up with his girlfriend. Who gives a fuck about
His
that?
new video is called Mr. Beast Doesn't Have a Girlfriend or something. I'm just like, that's news. News.
I mean, I do stuff like this. I'm 25 and I'm embarrassed at my life. Do you know what I mean? I do not want to be doing this.
Well, I'm definitely not going to sit here and call it news or notable content. Chat shit on a podcast for a bit.
Oh.
It's ridiculous. But he got us what he wants because all he wants is for people to talk about him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm not bothered about doing that.
Yeah.
If it also benefits me as well. So keep
Yeah.
on coming. We appreciate it because he's so easy to wind up, and we will just carry on doing it.
I'll give him a little bit of credit before we move on. Tiny little bit of credit. About 2-3 years ago, I used to like worry that one day he'll make a video about something that I've done and that will really like be detrimental to my career. Now I'm begging that he makes a video because no one gives a fuck about what he thinks anymore. They almost watch it kind of like ironically.
It
like,
worries me when YouTubers are genuinely scared of him now because I could understand back in the day why you would be with the false allegations, but it's only because YouTubers are dumb. It's the reason why Keem has any form of power over them. The guy has a a very well documented history. I've got at least 20 videos out on him of stuff that he's been accused of, stuff that was proven to be true, and it's ridiculous at this point that anybody would think that he could do any form of damage. Especially now, he used to be like I suppose he would cover serious topics, but he's on purposely cut back on that, I think, because he doesn't want to be known for that. And that's good on him, honestly, because he shouldn't be doing that, especially him, of all people. But Keem can't touch you if you make him look like an idiot, and it's really fucking easy. So I don't even have a problem with him saying the stuff he does. I love it. I generally have always found him funny. I think that the one issue is when people generally do take him seriously and start panicking, because you shouldn't.
He's been proven time and time again to report false things about people. Before we move on, I'll just say there was one example that I had. I've got a mate who lives up in Manchester. I won't name, just for the podcast, we'll call him Steve. And he's a big social media guy. He works behind the scenes, and he knows stats and analytica and all stuff like that. And he went on to this news show, I think it was Sky News or something, to talk about the KSI and Logan Paul thing. And he was really positive about it, really great. And he thought it was great, as it was for the world of YouTube. And then Keemstar filmed this. Keemstar was obviously in England at the time, so he'd seen it come on, and he filmed half of this guy's response to something that was slightly the only negative point this guy had to make about the boxing, even though he was on there to be positive about it. That was his whole point. And he was like, this guy doesn't know what he's fucking talking about. And then I see my mate, who's like a full-grown fucking man, same age as Keemstar. He's like, why is this weird sort of YouTuber guy coming at me like that? And it's like, how can you report on the news, but you're taking it so far out of context? It's like if there was
whole shtick.
It's like if there's a news story, like tomorrow, as a school shooter in America, right, does another one, kills 19 kids and then kills one rapist, and then I do a video going, oh, what about that guy that went and killed that rapist in America?
Yeah, you just leave the rest out.
Going, what a fucking legend, like that. I'll just leave out the bit where he shot the 19 kids,
which is what he always does, and you know, that's just the way that Daniel rolls, because it works for him.
I love the fact that his name's Daniel.
It is. It is a great name.
Like anyone else called Daniel, fine. Daniel's actually an all right name, but it does not fit that egg-faced man.
No,
it?
when I found out, I call him Dan, because
Yeah.
we're mates.
Yeah.
He can say that we're not, but we are most definitely and always have been friends. And I do want to put that out there. So don't forget to call me after this podcast, Dan, because I miss you and we haven't spoken in a while. So
yeah, Keemstar, if you are watching this, which you are, because you will watch literally anything that you're even slightly mentioned in, you're a friend of the show now, and you will be mentioned in many, many episodes to come. So, yeah.
We can always get him on.
Oh my God.
That'll be the easiest part of all of this.
No.
I don't think he'd say no.
Nah, but I don't want to be molested. So let's go.